Hey YouTube, so today I'm going to give you a breakdown about how to make flan. This is what it looks like. Well, I've actually eaten it already, but it's not going to be a full-on tutorial, so hopefully you'll get a sense of how to make it, and if you have, leave a comment. So there'll be three parts to how to make the flan. The first part is caramelizing the sugar. So I have some sugar here. You'll want about 5 teaspoons. That looks like this size. And you'll want a small saucepan. And I used this spatula. So you'll want to put the sugar in and nothing else. Well, this is called the dry method. Others put a little bit of water to help speed up the process, but that's what I used. And so you'll want to put the pot with the sugar on the stove, and I put it about medium heat. It does take a while. I'd say that it took me about 10 minutes. So yeah, that's the first step. Once it's caramelized, you'll want to grab your mold. And so I use this small glass one. And you want to put that mixture or the caramelized sugar right away because it will harden. And don't worry about if it doesn't look entirely even. It will even out once it's in the oven. So that's part one. All right, so part two is going to be the actual custard base. And so you'll need a can of evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk, and you can use whatever brand you like, and about 5 eggs. For the recipe, or what I had available was medium-sized eggs, and that worked fine. And what I used to blend these together was this hand blender, also called an immersion blender. You can use a regular blender if you want, and the mixture should be smooth and will look like this. So this, you only have to mix it for about a minute or so, a minute or two. As you see, I had some extra because I didn't have like a 9-inch glass container mold to do that. So that's part two. All right, so after you've blended the actual or the ingredients from just before this step, you want to pour them into this glass mold with the caramelized sugar, and then you'll want to cover it up with some aluminum foil. After you cover up the glass container, you'll want to take a little knife and poke 4 holes so they could just be on each corner. And then after that, you'll want to fill up this other square glass container, and it should be up to halfway. So because you're gonna immerse the circular glass container, and so it's gonna reach at about here, like halfway, because you don't want to drown this container and get water into your flan. So then, after you're done doing that, you'll want to put this all together into the oven. You can put it on the middle rack. Set your oven for 350 degrees, and once it's reached that temperature, just put this in for an hour. And after the hour, you can take it out and leave it to cool. You could leave it to cool for like an hour or two and then eat it, but I made mine pretty late in the day, and so I just decided to leave it in the fridge overnight. I left it uncovered. It was fine. And then you'll want to take a little knife like this, And then just go around. Sorry, I know that this knife is not clean. Go around. And after you go around, you'll get a plate that you like. Let's pretend this is a plate, because I'm lazy and I'm not going to edit. And then you'll want to put it on top. And then it should be loose enough to, so when you flip it over, for it to just come out. Pretend there's flan there. There's not. And then you just eat it. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to show my face because I really don't want to. I just woke up not too long ago. Oh my god, it's so good. That was my first time making it. I do have a couple YouTubers to credit, and I'll do that in the comments because I can't remember off the top of my head. And that's it. Happy baking.